The International Motor Racing Federation, FIA, is again in the spotlight, with a series of internal changes that raise questions about the climate behind the scenes of the entity. In recent weeks, two key members have announced their departure, adding further uncertainty to the leadership of FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem, who has already been facing criticism for his recent controversies. Luke Skipper, Communications Director, and Jacob Bangsgaard, Mobility Secretary General, announced their resignation, creating an atmosphere of intrigue about what was really going on in the Federation's corridors. Skipper, who joined the FIA in 2022, had a strategic role leading the organisation's communication and public affairs, with an extensive curriculum that includes visits to major media companies and significant political performance in the UK. His departure, even if justified as a search for new interest, happens at a delicate moment. The FIA has already been subject to criticism due to internal issues, and recently Ben Sulayem was involved in a controversy when criticising the use of swearing by Formula One drivers, something that had direct repercussions on the Federation's relationship with athletes and the media. At the centre of the latest controversy is Max Verstappen, two-time world champion, who was reprimanded for using profanity during a press conference following the more rigid line adopted by Ben Sulayem. This caused discomfort both behind the scenes and among the drivers themselves, who saw in the FIA's action an unnecessary interference in their public expressions. This measure caused the media, especially the British, put even more pressure on the entity, which led Ben Sulayem to respond defensively, accusing the press of condemning him without apparent reason. Jacob Bangsgaard, in turn, has also been playing a key role within the FIA, holding the position of Secretary General for Mobility since 2023. With a long career focused on mobility and tourism policies, his departure is another piece that moves in a complex reformulation of the Federation. Like Skipper, Bangsgaard also decided to pursue other interests, though, but the timing of these layoffs raises suspicions about the real stability of Ben Sulayem's command. In the last 12 months, the FIA has seen a number of big-name exits. Steve Nielsen, former sports director, and Tim Goss, former technical director of monopods, left their positions late last year. Nielsen has already returned to the Formula One circus, this time for FOM, while Goss was recently announced as the new technical director of the Red Bull team. To this must be added the departure of Deborah Mayer, who chaired the Women's Motor Racing Committee, and other influential members such as Pierre Ketterer and Edward Floyd, both involved in crucial negotiations for the Concord Agreement, which governs the commercial guidelines for Formula One. These changes are a reflection of the transformations that Ben Sulayem has been trying to implement since he took over as FIA president, but they also show internal resistance and possible dissatisfaction with his leadership style. And what do you think of these exits and the controversial decisions of Ben Sulayem? Will this have a further impact on the future of FIA and Formula One? Leave your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel to continue following the latest news from the world of speed.